Hello lovelies, how are you guys doing? How's your weekend coming? So I want to tell you guys something. So I attended a wedding this weekend and I want to share my experience as a toddler mom at a Nigerian wedding. It's been a while I attended a wedding. Let me rephrase that. It's been a while I attended a Nigerian wedding that I was able to see through it from the start till the end as a mom, since I became a mom. And I'll tell you why. And I'm sure if you're a mom watching this video, you can absolutely relate to every single thing I'm going to say right now. So before I became a mom, I would always attend weddings, like, of course, we are Shrebi, all of that, just attend weddings. I loved weddings. I loved attending weddings. I loved everything about it. And then I became a mom. And then going out became something that I removed absolutely from my to-do list of the week, of the month, of the year. I'm not even joking. I kid you not when I tell you that it's not easy taking a toddler out, a baby. Like if you have a newborn, an infant, you know what I'm talking about. It's a whole thing. It's like we're preparing for a week stay, or we're going out, we're traveling, because you have to come prepared. If you're a mom taking a kid out for a wedding or to church, just anywhere, right, you're gonna have them with you the whole time. You have to pack everything necessary to make sure that they are cared for, everything. If you see a mom, you definitely always know us, because you always see us with an extra bag. So we have our cute purse and we have the extra luggage. I want to call it a luggage because, why not? If you see one kid in one hand, you will see our luggage on the other hand. Even if we're trying to slay, we always have to hold something, because these kids, they be wanting something every minute, every second. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. So sometimes I get it when most moms, you invite them for an outing and they tell you, please, I'm tired, or I'm busy, or I'm not available. Most times we're not busy. We can't go through all of that stress. It's a lot. It's a lot carrying these kids with us all the time and having to pack these luggages. You have a kid like mine that literally just likes to run and play around when she goes out. She just likes to vibe with people and network. Why is a little kid, a toddler, networking more than her mother? Oh, I don't get it. Then the mom is always chasing that child. That's just me and my baby girl. So I get it when you're a mom and you're invited to a wedding or a girl's trip or something, and you just don't want to go, or you don't feel like it. We need that extra rest, because thinking about what we're going to go through for the next few hours while we're going to be out with our kid, it's a whole thing. I'm not even joking. If you have a mom close to you today, just observe them, observe their luggages that they carry. You know that this thing I'm saying is so true. So my husband and I got invited for a wedding, and already I was second guessing, like, I don't know if I'll be able to go for this wedding, babe. And my husband then had to be out of town, so that means I had to go alone. I was already dreading it. I remember my experience having to take my toddler when she was an infant at the time. She was just 3 months old, right? And then I had to take her to a wedding. This was shortly after the whole recovery process after delivery. And then who sent me? Ladies and gentlemen, it was a struggle. I kid you not when I tell you that my feet didn't enter that hall. I was just at the hallway. She only heard the sounds, and then seeing people, she was crying. She cried for 1 hour plus non-stop. I was in the car the entire wedding, breastfeeding non-stop, like trying to pacify this girl. She was just not having it. I had to go back home, and this happened repeatedly. Another time I remember, I was at the wedding. I had just gotten there. It wasn't even up to 20 minutes, and then I had to run back outside, trying to look for where my husband parked the car so that I can just either breastfeed the baby or just find a way to get a cab and go back home. On my way trekking to look for my vehicle, someone actually stopped him. I was like, what's happening? Why is the baby crying like that? Where is the mother? What? Excuse me, sir, what? I was shocked. You're asking where's the mother? Hello, I am the mother. You see me with a child. Sorry. This extra. I told myself after that day, no more. Like, no. I just wasn't going out anymore. I wasn't honoring invites. My friends would invite me for stuff, It was very painful, and I can totally understand. So as a mom watching this, I guess you'll be able to relate, from me sharing my experience like this. But this particular wedding, as I was saying, I was really skeptical about going. I'm not even gonna lie. You know, wedding was fixed by 3 p.m. Already getting my baby to wear her outfit for a wedding, it's a whole thing. You see that she's crying that the outfit is too itchy, or she doesn't like it, or like, no, she doesn't want to wear a princess dress. You know, what baby doesn't want to wear a princess dress, you know? So I got her dress, thank God. She didn't give me a hard time. Wedding was fixed for 3 p.m. guys. I left the house and there was traffic, and I already told myself I'm gonna turn this car around and head back home right now. But something in me said, Essie, relax. You told yourself this year you're going to network more, you're gonna go out more, you know, so this is your opportunity. It's just January, stick by your words. And I was like, okay, fine girl. In that essay, I'll stick by my words and I'll go out. I'll stick by my words and I'll go. And so I headed there, got to the wedding by 5 p.m. and the wedding hadn't started. So I was like, cool, I'm not late. Right? And so wedding started by 6 p.m. and for the entire 1 hour 25 minutes I sat through this wedding for the very first time in a long time. This is such an emotional moment. As a toddler mom, I went to a wedding and I sat through the whole thing without having to run back home or run out. My girl sat still like a big girl that she is. She didn't give me a hard time. She was such a sweetheart. Now, on to the real reason why I'm making this video. So, we all know the typical Nigerian wedding is loud. If the DJ is not trying to make you go deaf with the speakers, you are not at the right wedding. A typical Nigerian wedding is loud. You don't know this. I don't know why. I don't understand why. That's where they say the vibes is. I don't know, but this one was different. I always see videos like, you know, people talking about intimate private weddings are always strictly by invites. I've never attended one, and this wedding was my very first, right? It was a very intimate dinner wedding, right? Like a dinner setting. Few people. I'm talking max 100, because there were just 2 long tables with chairs facing each other and the aisle. It was a very intimate wedding. I don't even think it was up to 100, honestly, because some seats were still empty, right? Very small, very intimate wedding. And I could tell that this couple, they were indeed very intentional. They knew what they wanted, and I don't know how they executed it. It was, first of all, the ambience was amazing. The decor wasn't over the top, you know, no chandeliers from the heaven touching the floors or the earth. And then there's this thing, right? The address wasn't even made public, you know, through there's this thing, the wedding card. No, it wasn't. It was sent with the IV, with the invite. So you get to know where you're going to when you get the invite, right? The IV. It was simple, very simple, very classy, very intimate. I absolutely enjoyed myself. It's one of the best weddings I've actually attended. No loud music. The DJ was not trying to deaf us. The music was soft blues, soft love music, soft romantic songs, blues, just something very, I don't know how to explain it. I'm not a music person, but the music was just given. It was beautiful, soft. It was not vulgar. Trust me, I've attended weddings that if you attend those weddings with your kids, you would be forced to want to close their ears, right? For scare of them hearing some vulgar words. So, but this was different. No vulgar words. Mature songs, mature music, soft. The DJ knew what he was doing, and the MC was on point. What I'm trying to say is that I enjoyed myself. That's why I'm making this video, guys, to tell you that I had so much fun. And it was a buffet, right? Nobody was doing too much. Everybody was just, it was so orderly, so coordinated, so intentional. And I could tell that, oh my gosh, this couple, they know what they're doing. They are very intentional about each other, and that reflected in their wedding dinner. And I absolutely love that. And if you were to ask me, like, oh, let's say if you want to redo your wedding, that's the blueprint there. I would love to copy. Yeah. If I was going to redo my wedding, I would love an intimate small wedding, because I personally feel like a wedding is so precious. It's what you should share with your loved ones, your family, those that value you, and you know, those that you really connect with. You know, that's how I think. Of course, the normal standard Nigerian wedding with so much noise that you have a headache when you go home, that's still okay. It's still fun. At the end of the wedding, when I was going home, with my gift package, you know, congratulating the couple. I just felt so much joy in my heart that I eventually went for the wedding, and you know, seeing the happy couple, they look beautiful. In fact, they look perfect for each other, and I really pray that the Lord blesses their union forever and always. It was a beautiful wedding, fantastic wedding. So yes, if you're a mom watching my video, I would love to read your comments. Please drop something for me to read. Tell me what your experience was like attending a Nigerian wedding with your kid, toddler, infant, or a newborn. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, give a thumbs up to this video, and yeah, share my videos. Yeah. And see you in my next video. It's been Essay Talks. Bye guys.